Hey guys, Christina here. I'm going to do a little tutorial curling my extensions and my hair today. So just so you guys know, I do have extensions. So you will see my bonds and all of that. I'm sorry I sound nasally. I do have a cold sinus thing going on. I don't really know what's up. But I'm just going to go ahead and get right into it. So I'm going to just brush my hair. And I am going to put part of it up, just the top part here. When normally I actually don't do this, but I'm going to go ahead and do that today. So I'm just going to bring this forward, take sections, and just start curling. I'm using a curling iron today. This is a new one I just learned or was watching a video on how to do it. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try it where you leave a lot of the ends out. So I just kind of do that, take my sections, curl. I'm curling everything away from my face, as you guys can see, leaving a lot of my ends out. It doesn't really matter so much on the back side of things, on your under part, to be honest with you. As once we get to the top is when things will just be a little bit more structured. I'm from Michigan. We have been having the hottest summer. So I washed my hair yesterday and I'm already greasy. That's what happens when you go outside. So normally I do a wand, but I've been following this girl who does, I like always love her hair, and she uses a curling iron. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give her a shot and I'm gonna try her tactics. I think she leaves like more of her ends out, but so here we go. One side done. So then come over here. And then again, I'm curling away from my face. It's hard doing this in the camera. Get that out of here. So honestly, you guys, it just depends on how big of sections you want to take. Some of mine are like bigger than others. It honestly, I'm just like kind of grabbing. I'm not somebody, I don't like my hair to be like super perfect. I like a very lived in look. Second day curls are like my favorite, to be quite honest with you. So I'm not somebody that's gonna make sure everything is perfect and taking the same amount of sections and everything's the same way and all of that, because let's just be real. Who's got time for that? First of all, I don't. And I just... So see how I left a lot of the end out? You can kind of see that. You can come back through, you guys, which we will with our flat iron. That's something that I like to do. And just flat iron my ends a little bit more. So even let's say you did curl your hair all the way to the end, you can come back in with your flat iron and really flatten your ends if you want. Kind of gives you like a beachy look. Now, like, since I do have extensions, you'll see a lot of my own hair, which is a lot shorter, kind of peep through, which is all right, because you can hit that with either the curling iron or a flat iron. Honestly, they all blend at the end of the day. So, all right. So now that I've got that side curled. And it's kind of cooling. I'm gonna take this down. I am gonna put a little bit of back combing. I'm not somebody that likes a ton, you guys, a ton of back combing. So I'm gonna just put a little bit in just to give some volume. I used to be like somebody that would wear my hair up to the sky, no joke. Ask my hubs, that's how he met me. But I just don't do that anymore very much. But I do like volume. So I'm just spraying some hairspray, back combing, and then just taking my comb, just gently going over top of it. I'm gonna fix my bang here in a minute. I'll show you guys because I do have a nice beautiful cowlick that likes to come through. So as you guys can see, like right here, this little thing, I'm not really sure. So I'm gonna take my flat iron and just kind of flatten that. And I have one over here too. Did this turn off? She turned off. I'm like, what's going on? It doesn't feel hot. It's hot enough to do what it had to do. So just enough to give me the volume that I need. I'm gonna just come in and do the same thing we just did. So kind of split my hair so that I can see what's going on. And just curling away from my face, leaving out a lot of the ends. Now here's the thing, you guys, if you have extensions, I'm gonna show you what I do as well, because sometimes your own natural hair, it just doesn't all curl the same. And especially depending on where your extensions are, or how long your like hair is. Like my hair is pretty short right now. I have had it where it's been shorter. So a lot of times you have to come back through and just curl the top of your hair again, just to make it fit in. So it just honestly depends. Like, so see how this is my real hair, then the extensions kind of start. So I'm gonna take my real hair out for right now and just curl the extension part, leaving a lot of the ends out. And then I'll come in and just curl my hair, and I'm not gonna do it as tight. So just kind of like a once around, and then I'll get this to kind of flow in once we brush everything. And I'm doing this all while not looking in a mirror. It's pretty impressive. Sometimes I'll even do my bangs just with my, is that an end? Yeah. Just with my flat iron. Because sometimes I feel like it just needs that. Alright, we're going to let that kind of do its thing and cool. What is going on here? See? Do you see guys this? Do you guys see this? So this is what I'm going to flat iron down. There we go. She's being a little picky. Alright, bring all that hair forward and then just do the same thing. And as you guys can see, I'm not picking, not doing like crazy sections. I'm just grabbing hair and curling it for that messier look, and then we will brush everything out. I'm all about brushing it out. A lot of people don't. I do, majority of the time. I just like the way it looks, but we're gonna let it cool first. So as you guys can see, I'm just grabbing, curling around a couple times, and just making sure I leave the ends out. And then dropping it. If it's too tight, you guys, I don't know what size curling iron you have. Sometimes they'll be too tight. I'm gonna hit that in a different one. Sometimes they'll be too tight, so you can pull them out. I need to add this into a curl. Recurl one here. With extensions, I have great lengths. whoa. It's just, that was just like my curling iron about to attack me. Curling iron, what's up? There we go. So with my Great Lengths, I don't like to sometimes curl them when there's just like those small pieces, even with my regular hair. I don't like to just curl them separate because I find that they stay that way then. So you guys see as I'm doing, just curling it away, leaving a lot of the ends out and dropping it. That's got a weird thing going on. All right. Forgot a section. So see how that was small? I'm just gonna recurl a piece to like add it in, so to speak, with that piece of hair. All right, not too shabby for my first time trying that. What's going on here? When you don't work in a mirror, it's easy to forget what's going on. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is everything is kind of cooled and set. I'm gonna just brush my hair very lightly. I'm not trying to go crazy on it, but do you see how it kind of just changes the texture? I guess I can show you the texture, and then I'll put some spray in it. So this is with the curling iron. I do normally use a wand, but her curls looked kind of cool, so. And you'll see, you guys, you can see right here, this is my natural hair just kind of peeping through there. So what I'm gonna do is take my flat iron, making a mess here in my bathroom, and curl it out, because that's just the way the curls are going. You see? And then it just kind of blends right in. Take some hairspray. I don't normally use much hairspray either, but and there we go. So now I am ready for my day. I hope you guys enjoyed this little short tutorial. Me playing and being able to play with you guys is fun. So I tried out a new thing. I love the way it curled my front piece right there. And this, like, I'm obsessed with this. But it is a little bit more curly than I normally like. I'm more of like a very, very lived in. Now let's say you wanted, here's my last tip before I go, because time's flying. If you wanted more body, you can come in right underneath, just like that. See how I came in? I'm just kind of picking up hair. So I'm just picking up a bunch of hair and just kind of ratting right underneath it. But do you see how that adds just that instant? I'm not going up to my root. I'm literally just coming in from the hair. Oh, I kind of like that better. Well, hey. All right, and then if you wanted to, you guys, like I was saying, if your ends weren't flat enough or you didn't like the way they were flowing, just take your flat iron and just do what you gotta do. So you can just kind of run it through, kind of, you know, if you wanted it to be a little bit more, I don't know, flat or whatever, you can always just use your flat iron. Use it, it's there for you, it's gonna help you out. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick tutorial. Thanks for playing with me as I tried a new tactic. I'll talk with you guys all soon.